Welcome to the Blackout podcast, where I get to talk to amazing people who do amazing things. I'm so happy for this one because I've been trying to make it happen. But you travel too friggin' much.
Yes. Well, I'm finally home.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have fashionista, stylist, awesome human being, and my friend Maral. Thanks for coming to the podcast today.
Well, thank you for having me over here.
So I remember the very first time we talked, you were like in Thailand. No, was it Thailand you were in?
Yes, so I was in Thailand, so time difference was a little bit,
Wild.
Well, yeah, wow. Yeah, we couldn't get it aligned.
How long were you in Thailand for?
6 weeks. I was only supposed to be there for like 3. But have you been to Thailand?
No, I hear it's amazing.
It's amazing. It's like the people are just amazing, kind. The food is just like I've never tasted food like that. So flavorful, right? Bangkok is just a metropolitan city, So many stylists, creatives that I can just get to meet every day, learn from. And I did my diving license. So I'm a diver now.
Wow.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
It was super cool. And you know what?
Why did you decide to do it first?
I actually accidentally stumbled upon it, right? So I went to an island. I was staying in Bangkok for like 4 weeks, and somebody said, you know what? You should really go check out the islands, right? So I was like, okay, I'm going to go. I just saw the train going to one island. I said, okay, I'm going to go there. I don't really plan my trips at all. I just hop on a train and I go to places, right? And so I went to this island. This island was famous for like divers, right? Because the underwater culture is so vibrant, right? So many tropical fish and stuff like that to see. And I thought I was doing what do you call those? What's the one that, you're just floating on top of the water?
Oh, snorkeling?
I thought I was doing snorkeling, but then it was scuba diving. And I was like, oops, I had already paid the deposit and everything. And they were like, you know what? You're going to really love it. Are you a chill person? I was like, yeah, I could be chill, So I went day 1 and I loved it. But only day 1, we went like 5 meters deep, right? I was like, okay, this is easy.
You do have to know how to swim to do this, right?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
You can't be scared of water, let's just say.
Right.
Right?
So I'm curious because I've never, so like, what kind of training do you need to be able to do that? Like, for the first time when you're going in?
Okay, so first time they take you to a classroom and they actually teach you physics, right? So like, how does your lung react to different depths inside the water, and how should you breathe to be able to like preserve oxygen and things like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oxygen, nitrogen as well.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so I sat in the classroom. I was a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
I was overthinking, am I doing the right thing? And then when we went in the water, they have amazing instructors, so you just kind of feel safe, right?
The tank is heavy, right?
Yes, the tank is heavy. So first time they teach you how to assemble your whole tank, your whole suit, everything, good to go, right? And I had so much fun, and my instructor was like, you know what, you're actually very good and you're very brave, right? So why don't you do the full course? The full course was a 4-day thing. And he was like, I'll just see you tomorrow at 6 a.m. back on the dock, right? I now went at 6 a.m. back on the dock, and that's where we started going to 15 meters, right? And I had an equipment failure.
What?
Yes, yeah.
So what happened?
So basically there's like protocols for you to check your equipment and do buddy checks so that everything's working, right? We did all of that on the ship, right? But I forgot to open my nitrogen tank just a little bit more. So I was breathing from the reservoir versus the actual tank. So when I got deep in the water, I just felt like I'm not breathing through my thing.
Right.
Right. And I was like, is it me? Is it in my mind? Like, am I tricking myself? Because sometimes anxiety can do that, right? You can just feel like you're stopped breathing. I was like, no, Maral, you're actually not breathing. There's no air coming in. So then I did the signal and all that. I went to my instructor and he was like, he handed me his spare equipment. He was like, okay, are you good? Are you good? But because we're 15 meters deep, there's like, you have to slowly ascend.
Oh.
So he was like, we're going to ascend in 3 minutes. Okay, are you good? Are you safe? I was like, I'm safe. And then we just ascended
Oh, right, because
slowly.
of course you can't talk underwater. I'm like, what? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, you need to know the signs and stuff. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then you can't quickly ascend because then, you know, your ears can pop and so many different things can happen. Your lungs can explode literally. So yeah, it was a wild ride.
You can't tell someone that's scared that that's what's gonna happen.
And so I that day, so my instructor said, you know, this is very important for you to do your equipment checks, right? Because you didn't do your equipment check properly, and that's why this happened, right? So I was already a little bit scared, right? He said, the final exam on the 4th day, we were going 19 meters deep. 19 meters deep, you don't see the sun. It's dark underwater, so we're swimming with flashlights.
Wow.
Right? And before my exam day, I had called up Issy. I said, Issy, can you write me a prayer? Right? I don't believe in God, Israel. I don't believe in God. But this moment was the moment where I was like, can you write me a prayer so I can just repeat it, you know?
Right.
Because I need God with me.
Yeah.
I can't have just me, you know? And yeah, and it really just, when you're so deep down in the water, you're just you and your thoughts, and you can hear your breath so clearly. And it's a very meditative experience, but it can also be very like, whoa, like it's dark, it's scary. I can't really tell what's what, right? And there's so many barracudas in Thailand, that doesn't help.
Wait, is it dangerous? I don't know.
Yeah, barracudas are very dangerous.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then, so on my last day of my exam, we went to a spot where there was a lot of whale sharks, and they had said that, you know, in the last 3 months they hadn't spotted a whale shark because it's not really the season, right? Well, lo and behold, I just felt like something brushed by me, right?
Whoa.
And I was like, and the thing is that you can't be nervous. Animals can tell when you're nervous, right? And you can't like react because then again, you're under water and you have a computer on your hands and you just have to control your breath. Otherwise, you're going to waste your nitrogen and oxygen tank by breathing too heavy, and then, you know what I mean? So you really have to like work with your tank reservoir. And I just did my flashlight towards my right, and I saw a huge whale shark just swimming by me.
That is crazy.
That was crazy. Yeah.
Holy shit. But now you're certified.
I'm certified.
So have you done that since you came back?
No, I actually want to. Yeah, I want to. I want to get connected with like the diving community of Halifax.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is... Anyway, okay. We have Thailand. Yeah, so, and the food, and you did your diving, and how did 3 weeks become 6 weeks?
I was staying also at this hostel, and it was an artist residency hostel. So everyone that walked through those doors was some sort of an artist, right? And the place was just beautiful. It was like a green oasis, right? It was like a garden built inside this whole building, and everywhere, like even the walls had like plants growing out of it, and it was just this like oasis that you can just spend time, slow down, and do your artistry. Yeah. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's rewind. How did you get into fashion?
Got into fashion because I was like, I loved like dressing up mannequins, and I loved doing like floor plans of like how we're gonna bring in new collections and, you know, style the floor in a certain way and showcase that. And then from there onwards, I just started like getting promoted and promoted and promoted. I was a visual merchandiser at some point.
What is that? What do you do in that role?
So you basically dress windows, mannequins, and like the whole layout of a store. When you go into a store and you see different like stories and collections, that's what a visual merchandiser does, right?
Okay.
And then I just started really learning about fabrics and patterns and color theory and all that. In Halifax, we really can't find someone.
You were still in Ottawa then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I came here for that job. COVID happened.
Oh, you
Right?
brought COVID.
I brought COVID. I was just kidding.
Fucking around. Okay.
And then, yeah, basically retail and COVID, it was a disaster show, right? And it really made me reflect. I was like, okay, I have so much field experience of like managing fashion. I kind of want to know like what it's like to run a business from an academic standpoint. So I just Googled, I always wanted to have an MBA. I Googled MBA degrees near me and I came across Dow. And then one day I was just sitting in Starbucks. I started writing my intent letter. I started applying and then next thing you know, I got accepted. So then I left work and went back to school after 10 years of being graduated from undergrad. And that was like a transition, right? I hadn't used Excel in like 10 years. So I had to open Excel back and really understand what formulas look like and all that, right? That's where I met Missy. And then after I graduated, Aritzia called me up and said, hey, you have an MBA. You have great experience. If we want you, name your price. And I went and I worked, and I was very happy with coming out of graduate school with the income that I was making. But it was so much work.
In what way?
As a business manager, I was in charge of like people, product, clients, risk, space, operations, right? So it was really not my cup of tea when it came to like doing all of that and using very right brain stuff. I wanted to be more left brain. I still wanted to create and be in the creative field. And I felt like that role was constricting me in some ways, right? So I only spent 2 years there and I just had to make a choice. It was me and my creative passions or it was the money. And I chose me.
Wow. Was it what was the ease of that decision for you?
It was not easy, and I'm still to this day, sometimes I like think about it. Did I do the right thing? Because to leave a stable income and then go on an entrepreneurship journey, it's so hard. And sometimes like I do have doubts that, am I doing the right thing? But it's always worth it. It's always worth it. If you don't do it now, you're going to regret later.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, Jeff Bezos, like, sure, he has his issues, but this video of his is old, like, kind of way in the early years of Amazon. And he was like talking about, how he started a company. He talked to his boss then because he was like a hedge fund or whatever. And then he came up with this framework. I can't remember the name now. But basically, it's like in 80 years now, your life is about to finish and stuff. What are the things you're going to regret? It's going to be the things you didn't friggin' do, right?
Yes,
So it's like, if I don't start this company now, I'm going to regret it. So it's like, that's, so that's a great framework to like think of things like, if I do this, if I do this, it might work out, it might not. But if I don't do this, fuck, I'm always going to think of that. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So you took the leap, and what was that process like for you?
So, I've traveled. I really wanted to gather some inspiration from my travels, right? How do people live? What's important in terms of like, how do they dress? Even from cultural, tying it back to like Thai culture, how do they dress? What's their street style, right? Versus Canadian street style, and really understanding how people engage with fashion in their day-to-day lives, right? Traveling really helped me realize that. And then, of course, I started just gaining clients. I had a lot of clients while I was working retail anyways, and they just started reaching out to me. Hey, I'm doing a shoot with so-and-so. Can you style me for a photo shoot? I have a lot of friends in like music industry, so they were like, I'm doing a, music video. Can you style me for that? So yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, how does it work? I reach out to you to be styled. What happens?
So I really want to get to know you as a person.
Oh.
And what you do, what is your lifestyle like, right? If you have only 5 minutes to get ready in the morning, I'm not going to start styling you in a very complicated manner, right? So most people really go for capsule styling. They need to have capsule styling.
Right. What is that?
Capsule styling is like you literally have like one good blazer, one good like shirt, one good white shirt, one jeans, two different shoes, casual and a little bit more dressy, and we just put together 20 outfits using like 10 pieces,
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I like that one.
Yeah.
I like that one. Because, like, on your Instagram is like chain. Actually, let's talk about that. Social media.
Yeah.
How did that, how did you get into that? Or was that like from work before? Or?
No, actually. So when I went into MBA, I met Issy, and one day, it was actually Halloween. She was like, can you take my photo? And I took a photo of her, and she was like, man, you can't take photos, can't you, eh? And I even had a Samsung phone. She was like, that's just so embarrassing. So she really started teaching me like, okay, this is how you angle, this is how you shoot, this is how you record yourself. And so she really taught me how to use an iPhone. And so from then, that was 2021 to today is 2025. I've came a long way. And it was like every day I had to just press record and just showcase my outfits, and then I started mixing it with a little bit of creativity.
Actually, I just remembered, and I might get this wrong, but you put up a story, maybe?
Yes.
Of the people that you hate, not disappointed in, that it was inspired by like what Kanye West did, and then you listed these people. Retail was one of them.
Oh yeah, like people who betrayed the
betrayed.
betrayal list.
Yeah. I said yeah. How?
Being a woman and working in a business, and especially like retail fashion, it can be a very catty environment. And again, that's why I left the job, because it was really just constricting my creativity and authenticity as a person. You have to be a certain type of individual in the fashion world to be able to fit in. And I just don't want to be boxed in. And so, yeah. That's why it's on the betrayal list.
Yeah, no. I was like, okay. Anyway, I remember that post. But yeah, still on the social media tip though. How do you decide what you put up? Because, I mean, obviously, I know you've done this for a while, but like everything is always a banger. So like, how do you decide, okay, this is the one that's going to go?
I really have to just feel it the day of. So recently I did a video with styling myself in a inspired way. So I watched Chanel's runway with Matthew Blazy. Matthew Blazy was the creative director for Loewe. And that's when he did, you're like looking at me like, what are you talking about?
No, I'm learning.
Okay. But if you guys ever smelt the tomato heirloom candle and all of that, like he started doing fashion with a lot of food stuff, okay? And it was a brand new idea and brand new concept. And then people started copying him. And so like Rhode, for example, they started bringing in butter, and cutting butter to like promote their new lip gloss, things like that, right? So just food texture and fashion, all of that. So anyways, Matthew Blazy, he was with Loewe for so long. He made Loewe blow up. Loewe was just, doing all of these crazy designs with like green, red, yellow. They were very vanilla in the beginning, right? And then he just blew it up. And then Chanel recruited him. So he just debuted his first Chanel runway. And it was all kinds of different colors again, different silhouettes. You know, he introduced jorts. Like, you could never find jorts in a Chanel runway. Chanel was very prim and proper, right? And so he kind of mixed it with street style. And I was like, okay, I like where this is going. So I was like, you know what? I want to be inspired by this runway. I'm going to put an outfit together. Imagine myself walking that runway. What would I wear? And yeah, that's how video concepts come up.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So what's next? Like, what is the next project you're working on?
Ooh, this is a big one, actually. I'm working on building my own space.
Huh.
Yes. So.
Wow. Okay.
So this is gonna sound a little bit weird and funny, but it's gonna look like a cafe and a laundromat.
Okay.
Because I really like clothes and fashion and laundry go together, right?
Right.
But it really is going to become a creative space where, you know, you can come do like photo shoots. It's going to be very vibey and aesthetic. So right now I'm sourcing out a location. And then I'm also talking to a lot of suppliers about getting like equipment in there, both on the cafe side and laundromat side.
Wait, Is It's actually gonna be a laundromat?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was like a design. No, it's like you
It's
know.
a laundromat.
It's funny because I was in Ottawa recently, and then I walked by a laundromat, and it just occurred to me that I've actually never been in one.
Oh, really?
No, never. Like I'm just like, it's always at a distance, and I was like, oh, should I go into this one? But I don't know. I know what. I was late for something, so I couldn't go in. But I was like, okay, well, you gotta do it now, because that's gonna be the first one I'll enter.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a name for it yet?
Yeah, it's going to be called Club Kind.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, and do you know what part of the city is gonna be?
Yeah, so I have to do the smart, right? And I did a little bit of research. There's a lot of laundromats in the Halifax side of things, but not so many great selections on the Dartmouth side.
Okay.
So we're going to open on Dartmouth side, downtown area possible, and it's going to be a clean European style laundromat. So when I say European, the machine size is going to be about 40 pounds and plus. So you can just come and do your laundry in one go versus waiting for like 3-4 machines at a time, right? And then at the same time, you can grab a coffee or a matcha on the cafe side. And then I'm also learning how to DJ.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to be spinning some tunes, you know. It's going to have a DJ booth there. And yeah, it's just a third space that people can come, hang out, talk about fashion, talk about creating, and all that.
Amazing. Club Kind. What's the story behind that name?
No story.
None.
Yeah, it just came to me. It's like, it's going to be called Club Kind.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay. I'm like, yeah. And when I know this is huge. So it's not like something that you thought about yesterday. Is this something you've always wanted to do, or like Club Kind?
So the idea was birthed after my travels. I would say June. You know, I'm doing this with Issy. I don't know if she talked about it.
No, she didn't talk about Club Kind. She's
okay.
No, she did not.
So we're doing this together. This is our project together. But we just came back from Portugal and Norway. We traveled together a little bit, and we were doing our laundry in Norway, and it was such a beautiful space. The machines were so clean and just such vibey space. And we're like, why isn't there something like this in Halifax? Like, you know, so let's make it happen. So yeah, the idea was birthed from June, I would say.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're deep into it. Like we're about to sign a lease, which is so scary.
It's happening. Okay. Club Kind. Well, that's actually an exclusive, because I've not heard it. Okay.
And this is the first time I'm talking about it publicly.
Yeah. I appreciate that. I usually let guests go with this question because someone asked me, it blew my mind. I'm like, I need to ask everyone that comes on the podcast, what is something that happened to you before you were 17 that plays a huge role in who you are today?
Okay, that's easy because at 17, well, I actually came to Canada when I was 16, and I came all by myself in Ottawa in 2008, and it was, I wouldn't say it was like developed with like nice cafes and malls, things like that. It was a very federal city. And then I remember this year, the OC Transpo, the public transport, went on strike.
Oh.
And I came in January, and February was like minus 32, minus 34.
That's crazy.
And I went to Carleton, and I had to walk to my university.
Oh, that's freezing weather. Oh
in
my
that
God.
freezing weather. And I remember just crying, and my tears would like freeze. And, you know, it was just such a like, I think about it now, I'm like, that really taught me resilience, right? Like, right now I'm sort of, you know, every day I have to like meditate on the fact that I'm on the right path in life. But then I remember that, you know what, you did go diving and you did pass your test and you did survive 2008 in Ottawa without public transportation. You're good. You can do anything.
Okay. Oh, thank you so much for coming to the. Actually, no, wait. I have a little bit of piece of magic for you.
Oh my God.
So, you're gonna write a number between 1 and 60. One number. Do not show me. And once you're done, you can show that camera. And I'm gonna use these magic cards to tell you what your number is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love this.
There you
Okay.
go.
Should I hide it from you?
Yeah. I'm not looking. Let me know when it's ready. Oh, once you've shown it, I'm looking away. Got it? Okay. So I'm gonna I want to use the arm of your chair so you can move your thing. There we go. So your number is gonna be in at least one of these cards. But it might also be in more than one. So I'm gonna need your help. Okay. Is your number on this card?
Yes.
Okay, I don't like it. But is it here?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Is it here?
Yes.
Okay. Is it here?
Yes.
Whoa!
I know, it's crazy.
Is he here?
I don't think so. I'm double checking that. I'm like, no.
No. Okay. And here?
Let's see. Yes.
Oh my God. Wow. Okay. Oh, that's a big one. Wow. Fuck. Okay. Oh, I know it. 55.
Yes. How did you know?
Magic.
What?
Magic.
Okay, I need you to tell me right now. Does everyone write 55?
No.
No?
No.
That's crazy.
Maral, thank you so much for all the cool things you do. I can't wait. Actually, when Cloquine is open, I should come and do a podcast episode in there.
Yes,
For
please.
sure.
Yeah.
Thank you for all the cool things you do, and
gosh.
thanks for coming to the podcast
Thank
today.
you so much for
I
having me.
appreciate you.
Yeah.